What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you one random trick for every single hero in Marvel Rivals. Some of these you might know, but I bet you don't know them all. Let's dive right into it. Let's start off with Venom. Venom's ultimate does damage based on your opponent's current health, not their max health. So using the ultimate after you attach your right click, but before it detonates, can result in instantly KOing a squishy opponent. Magneto has a way to block the healing of Luna or Mantis's ultimate. If you stand between the Luna or Mantis and use your F self shield, it will block the healing from hitting the target. Or if you stand between them and use your Shift Curtain ability, it can also block it. This can be really effective if people are trapped by a Groot ult or something like that and cannot move, and you can get in between them. Penny has a neat survivability trick. If she stands on any of her webs, she can get a 150 point overhealth shield, taking her health from 650 to 800. But the rate at which this shield generates can stack up to 4 times based on how many webs you're standing on. So stacking a few on a corner and utilizing this extra health can help you to survive a lot longer. Hulk is up next. For Hulk, you want to change a setting in his character-specific settings called Hold to activate Incredible Leap. You want to turn this off. This allows you to simply tap your spacebar once, watch your jump meter fill up, you can still do any other attacks you want to do, and simply tap spacebar again to leap where you want to go. It makes Hulk way more fluent to play. Groot has a lot of tricks, but a simple one that you can do is when you're using his shift wall, his thorn wall. If you actually drag and hold your mouse side to side, you can create 2 walls at once. It makes it way easier to trap somebody that's trying to escape or increases your chances of hitting them with the thorn wall when you hit them with one of your other attacks. Although it doesn't say it in the ability's description, Thor's E ability actually slows people and does damage to enemies if they leave the bubble. So you can get some extra damage if you put your E down on top of someone and then dash push them out of the way. A simple trick for Doctor Strange. You do not need to wait until his reload is fully done before raising your shield again. Using your shield once the reload is 75% done will still fully reload your ammo. This might change one day, but for now, it's an excellent way to keep the pressure on. Captain America's trick is so obvious, but no one seems to use it. When you use his ultimate ability and sprint with his shield up, you can actually push your opponents in the direction that you're running. Most people seem to just use his ultimate and start swinging, but try this out. You can actually dive behind supports and push them into your team or off the edge of a cliff. Moon Knight has one of the coolest little tricks. If you actually aim at the ground and hit F to use your hook ability, you'll launch yourself up into the air. You can then double jump or glide away to safety. It's a great escape tool against a lot of dive heroes, and it's really easy to pull off. Magic has a fast combo that you can do for some clean kills. If you tap right click, then use your E dash, then basic attack and animation cancel it with a melee attack, you can blow up a 250 health character. If you hold your right click just a moment longer before using it, this combo works on a 275 health character as well. For Black Panther, attacking from above can give you a big advantage. If you're above them and tag them with a spear and then shift dash into them from that above angle, you'll basically land directly on top of them. This can let you get a few easy melee attacks in before dashing again for the KO. Storm doesn't have too many crazy tricks that I can find, but an important tip involves her aura. The higher you fly, the smaller her team buff aura gets. If you fly too high, it disappears entirely. Staying with your team and boosting their damage and movement speed is a huge part of Storm's kit. With Squirrel Girl, you can really piss off some enemies. If you land one of her right-click roots, shoot the enemy once, then immediately hit E and root them again. One more hit and it kills most diving characters without them ever being able to move. Use this as well to root a retreating tank and secure the KO. Black Widow's E ability is more flexible than you might think. The description makes it sound like you need to grapple the same target that you kicked originally, but you don't. You can kick one target and grapple another. This can be used as a mini escape tool or a way to interrupt the second diving hero. Using Punisher's turret at the right time allows you to dodge the effects of many different powerful ultimates. You can avoid Doctor Strange's stun, Namor's wail, Jeff's swallow, and many others. You cannot be knocked down or stunned while doing the turret animation or while sitting on it. Save your turret if you're fighting some of these guys and use it to save your life instead. Hawkeye's trick can be easy to forget but might save your skin. If you get caught out in the open or are trying to run for cover, spam your melee attack. It can deflect incoming projectiles and negate the damage they do entirely. It works against all kinds of things, and even if you deflect just one shot, that might be enough to make you survive. Hela can stop a lot of ultimates if your timing is good. If you can anticipate a Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch ult coming, a simple throw of your E in their face can make them look like fools. Some people just throw her E around randomly, but try to save it for these situations if possible. Scarlet Witch has a powerful ultimate, but it can be hard to finish it before you get killed. I try to save it and use it when one of my supports also uses their ultimates to really add to the chaos. Sit low in a Cloak and Dagger ult to get healed, or use it as soon as your Invisible Woman ults, and you'll have a lot more success. Spider-Man has a very useful trick for his Get Over Here ability. In his settings, you can bind a second button to get over here, which will only function if the target has a spider tracker on it from one of your webs. This is borderline broken because it makes it so you cannot miss your E for the pull-in attack. It will not use it at all if there is no spider tracker on the target. So now I can use my E for all my normal functions and my X just for a guaranteed pull-in on a web target. Iron Man's F missile barrage ability is only useful at really close ranges. If you crack your armor overdrive and then get close to a target, it makes your missiles act like a shotgun and can almost blow up a squishy instantly. Using it at long range does almost no damage and just draws unwanted attention your way instead. Namor's trick is basic but important. Don't aim for the head. Aim above the head. The hitbox on his spear is kind of big and weird. For a lot of heroes, if you were to aim at their head or face, it doesn't count as a headshot, but if you aim slightly above, you'll always be dinging them for bonus damage. I thought this was obvious, but people don't seem to know it. You can actually use Star-Lord's shift rocket propulsion ability while using your E blaster barrage. Use this to fly up and around and be random and hard to hit. His E is amazing for generating ult charge, so take advantage. Winter Soldier's grab is powerful as it is, but being able to turn someone and push them even further away is insane. When you land your grab, immediately turn your body to the side and step around them slightly before using your shift and pushing them even further into your team. Psylocke's trick is simple. The more you shoot, the more you can do stuff. Her basic attack reduces the cooldown of all of her abilities by a quarter second per hit. Don't be afraid to shred tanks quickly with your left and right click and then build a fast ultimate. She isn't built just to assassinate backlines like people seem to think she is. For Wolverine, a lot of players dash into tanks and try to grab them and drag them back to their own team. But doing this doesn't really drag them very far. Instead of dashing into them, try dashing to the side of them to get a much better angle to use your Feral Leap and drag them way back into your team. Iron Fist has a proactive trick you can do whenever you spawn. Just hit E once. Use your Harmony Heal to gain a permanent 50 HP health shield as soon as you respawn. By the time you get into a fight, your E cooldown will reset and you'll have more health. Swing away, Mr. Fantastic, swing away. You basically have no reason to not swing your mouse from side to side whenever you basic attack with Mr. Fantastic. Your fists can hit multiple targets and build ultimate even faster. There is no downside to doing this, so practice your swings. For Loki, don't think you need to copy a character and then use their ultimate ability right away. For example, if I copy Hela, I can play as Hela for 14 seconds shooting different targets, and then right before I would normally change back to Loki, I can use Hela's ult and get the full duration of that as well. It can really mess with the timing of your opponent's counter ults. This works with many different characters. For Rocket Raccoon, his shift dash ability can be used instantly after attaching to a wall or piece of terrain to launch yourself up instantaneously. It's a fantastic way to escape people chasing you on the ground or to dodge an ultimate. After flying up, you can safely float back down to the bottom and fly back up again. Mantis can output damage like a duelist. If you are shooting a target and you throw out your sleep, you can get an extra free hit or two on them before they are actually asleep. These extra hits can be huge in securing a KO with a guaranteed headshot on the sleeping target afterwards. You see a lot of people use Adam Warlock's ultimate in the middle of a fight, which just becomes a huge mess. People don't realize how it works. The players will spawn where you cast his ultimate, but the radius of who gets rezzed is based on Adam's location. You could potentially ult far away and run into the fight while your team rezzes up to 50 meters behind you safely. Jeff has some great spots on different maps to use his ultimate and spit enemies into the abyss. But one thing you can do to help ensure this is successful is to shoot a few bubbles near your intended path towards the cliff edge. Now you can use your ult, pick up bubbles to move faster, and get healed, which can make a huge difference in whether you're successful or not. Invisible Woman's ability to disappear when she double jumps can be used to escape very dangerous ultimate abilities. Time using her jump between Psylocke hitting you or Star-Lord reloading during their ultimates and the automatic lock-on function of the damage will fail. It can be tricky to time, but it is very satisfying to pull off. Cloak and Dagger have a lot of tricks up their sleeves, but a simple one people don't seem to notice is that Dagger's basic attack can also heal you, if you're in range. So if you're healing an ally and need your own heal, you can stand near them. Or if you're fighting off an up-close enemy, you'll also get healed. It amounts to about 42 health per second, so it definitely adds up. Luna has decent self-heals if you actually spread out using her abilities. Whenever she casts her right-click or uses her shift ability, she initiates a 30 health per second self-heal for 3 seconds. Each ability can trigger it, but it doesn't stack, so stagger your ability usage when you're being attacked to keep yourself healthy. And that's it. 35 heroes, 35 tricks. Let me know in the comments if you have any cool tricks for your favorite hero, or stop by my stream at twitch.tv/Silva66. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.